Hello, my friend. This is Melissa Dunn, and this channel is dedicated to helping you love the Bible. The reason I'm passionate about the Bible is because it is where we see the face of God. It's how we get to know his character, his voice, and that's why I think it's so important that we not only have a healthy relationship with it, but that we know what it says. And to know what it says means we need to be reading it, and it needs to be simple enough for us to keep on reading it so that we can know him more. That's why today we are talking about Bible highlighters. If you are like me, you have searched and searched and searched for the perfect Bible highlighter. I cannot even count how many highlighters I have bought over the last 2 decades, and they have all fallen short of the glory of God. Sorry, Bible joke. And here's why they've fallen short. They bleed through, which for my type A, I can't even handle. So finally, when I found some that didn't bleed through, come to find out they have this weird waxy texture that smears, and it also makes the pages stick together. So before we can get to a method of highlighting the Bible so that you can see the face of God more clearly, we got to find the perfect Bible highlighting pen. This is my favorite place to go. If I've got a few minutes to kill, I hate shopping, I despise shopping, but I'll go here. There she is, in all her glory. Look at that poor S. Thank you. This is more awkward than I imagined it to be. Look at these. I want one so bad. The problem is I bought a ton of planners and it doesn't make the plan actually happen. Look at all this color. For these gel pens, they still bleed, so I don't like those. I love a highlighter, but these are not it. This is like a Bible nightmare. Okay, so it's not here. I could not find it. Evidently, you cannot find the best Bible highlighter at Staples, but have no fear, you will be able to find it. I found this this bad boy at an end cap on Lifeway, in Lifeway, the bookstore, and it was $19.95. I must have stood there for a good 15 minutes debating whether I was going to purchase this thing or not. Because who's going to pay $20 for this? Well, I did. And I am so glad I did because it is the perfect Bible highlighter. Now I'm going to make my case. Here is the pencil that has 8 different colors. This blue thing ticks around, and when you get to the color that you want, you then just press the yellow button. You'll see here the colors that I like and the colors that I do not like. Say in the comments if you had something like this, or if you'll remember the pens that used to look like this. I did, and I loved it. I thought it was the coolest thing. You can tell how cool I was as a kid, and still am. What I love about this is that it is real accurate, and where you want to highlight, it does not bleed all over like some of them. It also does not bleed on the flip side of the page, which is a big deal for me. It does not smear. It does not have that weird waxy sticky that makes the pages stick together. If you're interested in this particular Bible pen, pencil, you can find the Amazon link below in the description. But whether it's this one or another one, you just need to have probably 4 to 5 colors that are easy for you to use. Really what this is all about is not finding the most perfect Bible highlighter. It's about using a method that is simple and doable. It is not only simple to do, it also allows you to interact with the Bible in a way that I personally love. So here I have my categories: who God is, Christ, my new identity, eternity, instruction and growth, promises, and leadership. I kind of ran out of room there, but you get the point. So I have written what is most important to me, what I want to be able to highlight in the Bible. Now I just need to assign each of those a color. I've got light blue as who God is, red is Christ, my new identity, eternity is yellow, instruction and growth is green, promises is pink, leadership is orange. And yes, I tried to make them color-coded where it would make sense in my mind. Take this color key and I'm just going to stick it and use it at least until you are familiar with your color codes. Just stick them in your Bible. They're ready to go when you're ready to highlight. Now, what do you do with your Bible highlights once they've been highlighted? Well, probably immediately, nothing. Well, Melissa, then why am I highlighting? You're highlighting because you are creating a highlighting bank. Yes, I said bank. Because what I personally use this for is free form floating through the Bible. FFF. I just totally made that up. But if there was a thing, that's the thing I love to do the most. It's very worshipful for me to free form float through the Bible. And the way that I'm free form floating is I am using my Bible highlighting categories to help guide me. Here, let me show you. So this is my really fancy spot. Well, Melissa, you look like a mess. Yes, I do. Maybe a filter will help. Well, maybe that's something. When I come here, and quite frankly, it has not been enough lately, and I'm starting to feel it. And here's what I mean. By getting into the spot where I am positioning myself low, I'm not studying. There's a clear distinction. Free form floating is not studying for me. It is taking my time in a really worshipful way, using my highlighting as a guide. Remember, I've banked up all these years of highlighting. I've got my headphones for worship music. I've got my Bible and my highlights, and that's it. I will put my headphones in. I'll listen to some of my favorite worship music. And then I just kneel down in front of the Bible using this little pad to put my elbows on. Now, let's say I'm in need of, which by the way, I am, knowing who God is. So I'm going to be looking for the blue, like we see here. God, would you take the things that I'm worried about this morning? Would you take them and remind me who you are? You are the one that gives strength to the weary. You increase the power of the weak. And God, you know how weak I feel these days. But you are powerful. You are everlasting. You are the creator of the ends of the earth. You do not get tired or weary. Your understanding, I can't even fathom. If I'm in need of encouragement, I will come to something like Galatians, where there is just a whole lot about who Christ is, and I will read this out loud. If I'm in need of some like leadership perspective, I will come in and read the orange. And here is Romans, and man, if we needed some perspective on who I am and identity, it is all through the pages of Romans. Green, what do I do? How do I grow? What does that look like? Along with blues of who God is. It's all banked in the pages of my Bible. Sometimes I do this late at night. Sometimes I do it first thing in the morning. Sometimes I don't do it at all, like here lately. But any time that I do it, even if it's just for 5 minutes, even what I just did here, a lot of it wasn't on camera. It fills my heart. It does something that studying cannot do, at least for me. Even though studying is worship for me, it is 100% worship. This type of prayer, I'm not engaging my brain nearly as much. I'm engaging my heart. That does something. So friend, if you've never tried it, I encourage you to try it. Even if it's just for 3 minutes, get low, and I mean on your knees, somewhere that you are completely alone and it's private. Flip through your Bible and read some of it out loud. Even if you only have 5 or 6 or 10 highlights, read those highlights. Use them. Start the practice. Start the practice today. Oh, it would just make my day if you decided to tell us in the comments below your Bible study highlighting method, what categories you use, how you do it. If this has been helpful, I hope you'll share it with a friend. Please subscribe. I forgot to say that at the beginning. Subscribe to this channel. We put out, and by we, I mean me, I put out videos every single Friday, and it is all about studying and learning to love the Bible. We are heading out for the beach for 7 days, and so I'm super excited. I hope to be able to get several YouTube videos filmed there. So I will see you next week from the beach. Bye, friends. Are we going away for 1 week or 7 months? One could not tell by the way we've packed. There's a whole other car packed as well. Adeline, what are you looking forward to on your graduation?
Seeing my best friend.
with it.